Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Kaylin if you all are new here, and we are on our second episode of Setting Boundaries Means Setting Rules. And this episode is going to be about dating. I have 5 rules that you could use to implement boundaries when it comes to dating. Let's get into it. Number 1 rule, love yourself. Love yourself, okay? That is very vital. Loving yourself looks like taking care of yourself first, whether that's health-wise, making sure that you eat right, making sure that you do the things that you desire to do. If you desire for someone else to do something for you, you do it for you first. Going into any relationship, whether it's friendship or a relationship, I don't think I love myself, and I see where the places I lacked, and I allow other people to come in and kind of like shake some things up. You can avoid those issues and problems. You should love yourself first. Going into my relationship, I expected my boyfriend to love me and give me the things that I didn't have or that I didn't give to myself. I didn't give myself time out to spend a day with myself, to understand how I was feeling, and then I would be expecting for my partner to give me those things that I wasn't giving myself. So I was expecting him to understand how I was feeling and for him to work it out for me. I was expecting him to love me a certain way. I was expecting him to give me all his time, energy, and effort when I didn't give those things to myself. So I can't be looking for somebody else to give me those things that I didn't give for myself. In turn, you know that if that person is not giving your expectations, it kind of makes things a little, rocky or shaky. And another thing is, when you don't love yourself, you don't really know your worth. When you go into a relationship and not knowing your worth and not loving yourself, people can walk all over you. It's hard for you to set boundaries. It's hard for you to make healthier decisions and choices within that relationship. It could turn things to be sour because people don't love themselves. It could be both partners. It could be just you. It could be just them. And I'm sure that you can see how that would implement issues if you don't love yourself. Loving yourself means setting boundaries. So if you're in a relationship and that person continues to walk all over you and you continue to give them the time of day and don't express and set your boundaries, you're wasting your time. You're not respecting your time. You're not loving yourself enough to walk away from something that's not serving you. So that's why I implement loving yourself first. I can go on all day about this topic alone with loving yourself. It's very vital. Take the time to love yourself. That means doing things for you that you want others to do for you. Take time to understand who you are as a person. Take time to understand what you want in life. Take time to understand how to respect yourself and how to allow others to respect you, whatever that looks like for you. Number 2 ties into number 1 with loving yourself. Number 2 is to respect yourself. What does respecting yourself look like? Respecting yourself could look like self-care, making sure that you don't, fall off the wagon, not taking baths, not brushing teeth. Sometimes I would let myself go, not bathe, not do this, not do that, because I had my own issues going on. First and foremost, if you're going through things, I would suggest sorting that thing out. And I will have more videos about how to deal with anxiety and depression and things of that sort, because that ties into your self-love, your self-respect, and things of that sort. I would suggest taking the time out to respect yourself. What could you do for yourself to respect you? In physical manners, make sure you take care of yourself by respecting how your appearance is. Make sure that you have proper hygiene. Respecting yourself while dating could look like self-care. Making sure that you stay clean regularly, making sure that you respect your partner as far as not dating or messing with somebody else while y'all dating and stuff like that. Respecting them parts. The person that you're dating should be able to respect you as well as you respect yourself. So that kind of sets key boundaries for yourself to follow. If you respect yourself, you should know when somebody is disrespecting you. I'm sure that you guys have heard of other people treat you how you treat you. So if you don't respect yourself, I would assume someone else wouldn't treat you with respect. So the thing is to define what self-respect looks like for you. Don't let nobody else define what your self-respect should look like. You should know what your self-respect should look like. Number 3 on my list is honesty, whether it's good or bad. But making sure that you use gentle cautions because you don't know how the other person may feel, and making sure that you use the right tone when talking about certain things, because they could be a little touchy. You know, the truth sometimes hurt, you know, but honesty is very vital for me. I love an honest person. Not necessarily a disrespectful one, but an honest one. It depends on how you deliver that message. So honesty is vital for me. I like to be able to be honest with my partner as well, because that can allow us to have feedback from one another and hold each other accountable. Honesty sets the platform for success. Honesty also gives perspective. We can be able to see one another's point of view by respectfully being honest. Number 4 on my list is to speak up when needed. Kind of ties into honesty as well, but if something is going on in your relationship that keeps bugging you, speak up. If that guy is too aggressive to you, or if that girl is too nagging to you, speak up. Don't hold on to things that are bothering you, because that will only lead to having grudges. I've been there. I feel like it's just best to speak up when needed. When you continue to hold grudges and allow things to build up, it's going to boil inside of you and you just explode, and that can cause for a disaster. Have that conversation, hash it out. How could we do this better? How could we fix this? And let that be. Lastly, number 5 on my list, this applies for men and women, women and men. When it comes down to sex in a relationship, if you do not want to do it, you don't have to. You're not obligated to have sex with someone when you don't want to. Just because you're in a relationship doesn't mean that you got to have sex all the time, or have sex when that person wants it, or have sex when you want it all the time. Like, it's a two-way thing. Y'all have to both want it. Don't always feel obligated to have sex when you don't want to. Express that with that partner. Express, I'm a human being. Sometimes I'm a little burnt out. I don't feel like doing this right now. I'm not mentally wanting to have sex with you at the moment. If you're not in a well space mentally, you don't want to have sex sometimes. It varies from people to people, because some people like makeup sex and like, you know, when they argue and stuff and then have sex and stuff like that. I know for me, if I'm going to be arguing with you, I don't want to look at you, I don't like you, I don't want to have sex with you, etc., etc. So don't feel so obligated just because that partner is your partner. I would suggest not to pressure one another when it comes to sex and not knowing how to stand up for yourself. It could cause irritation down there, and irritation can lead to yeast infections. Irritation can lead to discomfort. Irritation can lead to bleeding, to resentment and stuff like that. When women have sex and have an experience afterwards that is not so great, it kind of resents you from wanting to have sex again. I've been there, I've done it. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm just speaking the real. So don't have sex when you don't want to. Speaking for men and women. Just because you're in a relationship, you don't have to do it. So that's it, guys. I really hope you all have taken away something from this video. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys liked from this. If you guys have any more tips to add, and let me know if you guys agree or disagree with the topics that have been discussed in this video. Thank you all for watching this video. Be sure to check out more of this series of Setting Boundaries Means Setting Rules. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.